And in news from India, an encounter between security forces and terrorists is currently underway in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama district. Gunfire was reported at Kharpora village in South Kashmir. And a joint team of Jammu and Kashmir Police, Army and CRPF are conducting the operation after receiving intelligence inputs about presence of terrorists in the area. As of now, 3 terrorists have been killed and 2 army men are reported to be injured in the operation. Bodies of terrorists are yet to be retrieved. Among the terrorists, police believes is a top commander of Hizbul Mujahideen. Stray incidents of stone pelting have also been reported near the encounter site. Some youth took to the streets and pelted stones on security forces and the police. The CRPF dispersed the crowd using tear gas shell. Many protesters have been injured. One among them is said to be in a very critical condition. And to bring us more details on this news story, I'm joined in by our Srinagar correspondent Ishan Wani, who joins us live on Skype. Let's quickly go across to Ishan. Ishan, what is the latest that you're picking in from ground zero? We believe that the gun battle is still underway.
Well, almost a gun battle has ended and post-encounter clashes have erupted in the encounter site. There are clashes going on in the entire area in Pulwama district. Pulwama is one of these areas which are very volatile and has been a hub of Lashkar and Hizbul Mujahideen militants. Now we're getting reports that one civilian has already died in the post-encounter clashes which erupted near the encounter site as soon as the news about the killing of militant has spread. Now this could include, our sources say that Zohur Ahmed Thokar, who was from the 173 Territorial Army and who deserted the camp and later joined the Hizbul Mujahideen. He could be among the top catches that army has managed to kill today. This was a specific input about the presence of the militants in this particular area, after which forces launched a search operation. Remember, at the same time, there have been encounters going on in the Kashmir Valley, and the civilian casualty of the security forces has been on the rise, which has been alarming as well. But apart from that, security forces have also been able to do successful operations and the number of militants who have been killed in the Kashmir has been all-time high in a decade. So this also resulted in the killing of some of the top militants, which are Naveed Jat, being killed by the security forces, and they have zeroed in on several of them, and they picked out actually all the OGW workers who tried to support the militants, and they have also been apprehended in the operations which are going on since a month in Kashmir Valley now.
Right. Ishan, you mentioned that, there has been a spike in terrorist attacks and militancy. We know that Kashmir is in the thick of snow and that militancy actually increases during the winter time. But why is it that in 2018 particularly there's been a spike?
Well, we saw that both the militants were able to recruit a lot of civilians, a lot of youth from the South Kashmir particularly. We didn't see much activity happening in the North Kashmir. That is where which is the area which is close to the border. But at the same time, we saw the activity happening around South Kashmir, where security forces also went on an counter-offensive and started killing all these militants who were hiding in their houses at any place that they were getting the information. What we have seen particularly interesting about these operations is that these operations were conducted overnight to avoid the civilian casualty which has happened today. Given the fact that this encounter erupted late in the morning at around 8 or 9, so that is why we saw a lot of crowd gathering around the particular place. So also the winter has set in there. The traditional routes of infiltration have also been closed because of the heavy snowfall, and now they are expecting more snowfall in Kashmir. So there wouldn't be any infiltration bid that will be happening in the Kashmir Valley. So there will be no fresh faces coming to Kashmir. But at the same time, the local cadre, as the security forces are trying to eliminate most of them, and most particularly most of the Pakistan-backed militants who were in Kashmir Valley have been neutralized by the security forces in the recent operations. Although we have seen a spike, and yesterday we saw that how the former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Mehbooba Mufti, speaking at an event, blamed the centre for their muscular policy on Kashmir, saying that the muscular policy hasn't worked in the Kashmir Valley, rather it has alienated the people of Kashmir. So interesting times, interesting things happening in Kashmir. We have seen that actually the numbers have gone in the decade that we have seen so many militants being killed, and at the same time we're seeing that so many security forces have been killed in the encounters and even the attacks which are being conducted by the security forces. Now even I talk about Srinagar. Srinagar has again got bunkers in the city as well, which were once again, which have been erected once again, which were removed at one point of time, but now they have come back. So that particularly indicates towards a grim security situation in the Kashmir Valley as well.
Right, Ishan, thank you so much for bringing us all the latest from Kashmir. Let's leave it at that.